round 2. Okay, so spawning in the bottom right hand position as the pink Zerg for a change is Immersion. And then his opponent, who is 1 up in this best of 3 roundup, is the purple Terran of eninyaD. So pretty much it's going to be a standard join up. I think Immersion knows he will have to go for a bit of a change of gameplay because just going Lings didn't really go too well for him, as eninyaD countered it very well with just Hellion play, and he just had a bigger force than Immersion went for his third, and that's what I think a lot of his minerals and resources went into, as he is going to go for the early scout. So on this map it is very it is a massive map as well, but when normally on this map, when people take the second and take the third, we have seen from some players that they do not take down these rocks. It is the fastest way and the best way to guard both these ramps, because you can just have your forces right where the rocks are and you can see what way they're coming up. So that's a little tip for you guys on this map. As we do see from eninyaD, he has blocked this drone from coming up. He does his normal trick of starting the supply depot and going back to mining, as this little worker building the barracks will go straight onto this supply depot and then go and scout. And from Immersion we do see he's going for a hatchery first again, so probably we'll see that he is going to go for his spawning pool. Yep, and there it goes down. Spawning pool and gas go down at the same time, so he is going to try and get metabolic boost straight away. From eninyaD we do see his orbital command coming down at around 16 supplies, so it's standard time for the orbital to come down for Terran, as it does help with minerals, because the mule cooldown does give a Terran a lot more minerals. So you're going to see this Marine trying to kill this drone of Immersion, but he's just going to get run away, so he's just going to stand at the ramp and guard. He takes down his expansion and he's putting down a bunker down at the top of the ramp. So it's always good to see when a Terran takes an expansion, and if there's only one ramp in, you do want to get a bunker down, because it just gives you that bit more of defense while you get your second base up and running, really. So we're going to see a bit of Ling pressure coming down from Immersion, just running after that SCV, just chasing away from his base, and he's just going to stand and guard the ramp while he's waiting for his metabolic speed. Just have his queens do pop now, so we will see the inject straight away on both of them. It's a bit weird that we don't see from a Zerg player that they don't have their queens hotkeyed. If you have them on the same hotkey, all you have to do is click on them and backspace, and then press V, and you get your injects pretty much straight away. No matter where you are on the map, it is the fastest way to get your injects. You don't have to click on the map or anything. Seeing second orbital coming down for eninyaD. He's trying to get his second base up and running. His first base is quite nicely droned up now, as we do see. Yes, roughly. I'd like to see a couple more SCVs on his main base, but he is getting a steady flow of Marines coming. He is getting another bunker down, so he's going to have a really nice defense against any early pressure coming down from Immersions at the moment. Let's have a look. In Immersion's main base, he is taking his second gas in his base, so we are hopefully see soon the Roach one will go down to produce, because normally when you take 2 gases, you're either going to go for heavy upgrades or you are going to go Roaches. But normally we would have seen it by now if he was going to go into Roaches, because it is 7 minutes into the game. And yeah, we've seen from eninyaD, same kind of block off he did last time. He is going for the 2 bunkers and then the supply depot block off. It's a really, don't see that many from many players in this tournament. I've only seen it from eninyaD just in the last games. So it's really good block off. It gives you that extra bit of defense from you, so they can't get to your bunkers, and your marines standing behind the wall off will defend against anything unless you do get Baneling Burst. And if you do get Baneling Burst, them supply depots, that's 5 supply depots, that's a lot of supply you can supply block. So we do see Immersion taking his 3rd behind all of this, and we do see the Bailey nest going down. So we are going to hopefully see a Baneling Burst come up here. We do see, it's nice to see that Immersion is thinking about if he does get dropped, instead of it happening, he does put 2 spine quarters down by his mineral line, back of his bases, just in case he does get a drop coming. As from Immersion, from eninyaD, we are now seeing 2 medivacs being produced, so we might see a drop come out from eninyaD. He has not wally pointed these medivacs anywhere, so it's good to see. Let's just see what they're going to do. Be good to see if he does get a drop come down. Yeah, we are going to see a drop play coming from 2-way drop by the looks of it, as all of Immersion's forces are pretty much standing out in front of the base. This Overlord will scout this drop coming in, as this drop is just on a very long waypoint, but Immersion does have the defense there. As we do see, eninyaD knows he's been spotted, so he's just hanging out with this Overlord really, as we do see these other marines and medvacs coming in to push. So let's see what forces. Wow, as we do see 9 Bailings in production for Immersion, and he has got more upgrades coming up, but we do see eninyaD taking a command center behind all of this. As we do see, we do see this is going to be a drop coming in. So he's wow. The Immersion just completely surrounding them, and he is just going to come back and clear up. He's going to clear up his 3rd base first. That's as eninyaD picks up and damage is quite far done. He's got 90. He's killed 19 workers so far. So a lot of damage has been done, and he's just picking them up and he's just moving around. Just in the main base now, killing even more workers. That's 24 workers killed by eninyaD. So Immersion has lost a lot. Wow, 30 workers killed now. So that is a lot of workers being killed by these medvacs. They're just standing there, just dropping. Every time he moves back, they're just dropping. Them marines are just standing there getting a lot of kills. Every time he moves from one, they just come back to the other one. So just pretty much going from one to the other really. And we've got these big forces. Immersion really needs to go in and push behind all of this aggression. He is losing a lot of workers, and he is just going to go, you know what, you're pushing me, I'm just going to push you. As he's just morphing Bailings right in front of all of his forces. So we are going to see just a big Bailing burst coming now. Wow, and eninyaD is now supply blocked behind all of this. And there goes his forces. He's putting SCVs off the line, but they're just going to get killed up. Let's just have a look back in his base. These guys, eninyaD's taking out his spawning port already, taking out a lot of his drones. So he's quite far behind, and Immersion is trying to push up. He's pushed up into his base now, just surrounding the Marines, picking them off. Trying to do as much damage as he can, because eninyaD has done so much damage to Immersions at the moment. We do see he's putting all these medevacs to try and heal as best as he can. I would like to see Immersion go for all the barracks, try and take out as much of his resource, his building units as possible. So you can just keep producing. Look at that Marine, just gets so much heals. So you do see his spawning pool coming down for Immersion again. But he has done a lot of damage. He is just picking them up. You do see eninyaD just picking up all these buildings. Because eninyaD has got what any Terran really should do. Is put a planetary on his third base. You know it's as Immersion goes flying buildings. So yeah, I think once eninyaD runs in there, he will see, oh, it's a planetary. He should really run in, mass these all into Bailings, and just run in. Whereas Immersion is saying GG, good luck in the finals. So eninyaD going through to the finals. I don't see why he said GG to that. He could have won that. Okay, wow, surprising stuff.